helping to save a life. Tools you can use to talk with your teens about suicide, what you should look for, and why anyone could be susceptible.
Things that used to annoy you about your spouse are now endearing, and vice versa. Once you reach your 50s, are the chances of divorce better or worse?
Concussions are a growing concern. How enhanced technology is helping people before and after a concussion occurs.
And we're in the kitchen talking homemade wine and making craft beer. Delmarva Life starts right now.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Lisa Bryant.
I'm Jimmy Hopple. Welcome to Delmarva Life from historic Studio D.
And we'd like to welcome our studio audience today. So glad you could join us today. I want to start off with a question. Do you go to a barber to get your hair cut, like the old-fashioned barber pole, you know, kind of barber? Do you go to a beauty shop?
I don't. I guess you'd say a beauty shop.
I guess it's called a salon now. We're not supposed to call it beauty shops.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, but I remember going to the barber as I was growing up.
Yeah, yeah.
Always went
well,
to
the reason I ask is because John C. Scott is the owner of Scotty's Barber Shop on Rehoboth Boulevard in Milford, celebrating his 50th year cutting hair in the Milford area. Congratulations. He's a Milford High School graduate of 1962. He began cutting hair the September following his graduation. So he went straight from high school into his business. Now married to his wife Jenny of 46 years and a father to his 3 sons Wayne, Brian, and Andy. Scotty is planning to retire this year.
How about that?
Yeah,
well, congratulations.
I think he served his time, and can you imagine the stories he's heard and all the, you know, they say that it's the women in the salons and the beauty shop who gossip, but I refuse to believe that you men don't sit in the barber shop and gossip.
We never tell stories about our wives. Ever. No, not going to go there.
Okay.
The Cancer Support Community Delaware is inviting you to take part in Wings of Hope. That's this weekend. You may remember, we talked about this before. It is a butterfly release. Cancer Support Community Delaware, part of a national nonprofit organization providing support to education and hope for those with cancer and their loved ones. It's really a very simple, but a very symbolic thing, releasing a butterfly that it really strikes a chord with anybody who has taken part in this thing. It's absolutely free for you to go, regardless of how old you are. Go on out. It's a wonderful thing. Here's some of the event details. It's going on Saturday from 10 to 1. It's at the Medical Arts Building in Rehoboth. Now, if you want to know some more information, you'll find it right there on our website, delmarvalife.com.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah, it's going to be beautiful. If you're in Salisbury and you're heading down Route 50 or Route 13, where the Business 13 and Route 50 kind of meet there in downtown, you've noticed the yellow building, the Chipman Center?
Yes.
That has been there since 1838, so like, what, 175 years or so? Well, there's some good news for the Charles H. Chipman Cultural Center in Salisbury. 2 years and 2 months after it closed for repairs, the center is scheduled to reopen this weekend.
Look at that place.
Yes, it's really a neat place if you've never been there. It's on the corner of Broad Street and Salisbury Boulevard, but you can see it when you're going down 13.
I didn't realize it was originally built as a church for slaves.
Yes,
I didn't know that.
Yes, yeah.
Wow.
When I was doing Heart and Soul and news, we had did a series on different churches and where they started and how they started. That was one of them. But yeah. 1838 was when it was constructed as a church for slaves.
Incredible.
And now it's all shiny and refurbished.
And refurbished. They said it smelled in there from all the paint.
Yeah, the furniture polish and all that.
And they don't mind. It's all right. They don't care. Question for you.
Yeah, go ahead.
When you come to an intersection, let's say there's been a storm roll through and it's knocked out the lights. Either they're flashing or they're not on at all. What do you do?
I slow down to, you know, I don't just roll through it because you could end up in a crash. We were talking about yellow lights yesterday.
We were, just yesterday.
Yeah.
There's a new law going on in Maryland now that when you come to a light that's, I guess, either off or flashing, if it's obviously not functioning the way it's supposed to be as a traffic light, I guess you now treat that intersection
as a stop sign.
As a stop sign,
as
a four-way stop.
Yeah, beginning October 1st. If you come any direction to a non-functioning light, you need to stop. You yield to any vehicle or pedestrian already in the intersection, and remain stopped until it's safe to enter and continue through the intersection.
Okay.
So starting October 1st in Maryland, something to think about. Don't just drive through.
So even if it's flashing yellow, that doesn't mean you're clear. Stop.
Oh, yeah, right. Because a yield, you don't just don't just storm through a yield sign, do you?
October 1st.
October 1st.
When that starts.
All right. Hey, this sounds like fun. I swear, I want to move to Pocomoke because they got it going on. They got it going on in Pocomoke. Let me tell you, you guys know how to have fun. The 2012 ATV Jamboree and Demolition Derby is this weekend. I love Demolition Derbies. It's the West Virginia in me.
That's what it is.
It's at the Pocomoke City Fairgrounds. 2 exciting events in one day. They're going to have drag racing and, of course, off-road racing, yay! And of course mud and all that other stuff. So that's happening this weekend. We'll put the information on our website, but registration for ATV starts at 9 in the morning. There's fees and in admission, it's not very much, but like I said, we'll put it on delmarvalife.com and
take your family.
Take your family.
Have fun.
Yeah.
Okay, here's something I'm just finding out about. You're invited to Stars Soul Rock and Roll. This is a fundraiser. You know the Delmarva Discovery Center Museum?
Oh,
it's
yeah.
It's
also
a fundraiser.
In Pocomoke, right?
Also in Pocomoke.
I tell you,
people. These guys are nonstop.
They are.
They're billing it as a tropical night in tropical paradise, fun, casual, upscale evening on the Pocomoke River, surrounded by waving palm trees. I missed those the last time I had the kayak down there. I didn't see the palm trees. Dancing and music from the 60s, 70s, 80s, and a 14-piece band.
Wow.
Yeah, get the babysitter.
Yeah, head on out.
Pocomoke, here you go. Here's some of the details for you about the entire event. It's going to be the Nassawango Country Club there in Snow Hill, Saturday the 15th, 7 to 1. That would be 7 p.m. to 1 a.m. Make sure you got a good babysitter.
Yeah.
Tickets $75 each. There's the number to call, 410-957-9923.
And it's actually going on in Snow Hill.
In Snow Hill, but that's close enough to Pocomoke.
The Discovery Center's in Pocomoke, but the actual thing's happening in Snow Hill.
Close enough.
Close enough. That's right.
Here's something else for you to do if you like. We've got your entire weekend set out for you. It's only Thursday. There is a Taste of Smith Island dinner on board a boat that is leaving Crisfield for Yule. You've got to get your tickets early, though, because this is going to go quickly. It features the original Smith Island foods. It's from the Smith Island Cultural Alliance, and it is going to be fun and good. You might want to jog a little bit when you get back because it's going to be really, really good.
All right. Hey, it's only September. We're already thinking about Christmas. You're already starting to see the toy commercials on TV. I guess I'm kind of out of that phase now that my kids are teenagers. I guess you really are too.
Yes and no.
Yes and no.
They still want some.
And then the grandchildren and all that other stuff. Well, it seems each year there's a hot toy. Even if you don't have kids, you kind of know what that hot toy is. Toys R Us has come up with what they call a hot toy registration system. And here's a picture right here. Remember those? The Furbies?
Yeah.
There's always a toy where we would see, like on Black Friday, people standing in line and rushing into the stores.
My wife used to do that.
She used to do that?
Yes. She would tell me stories. Yeah, and for Elmo, she would tell me stories about how people would elbow each other out of the way.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, I remember one year my daughter wanted a fur real kitty. It was this cat, that would move and purr and things like that. And yeah, I mean, people stay in line. I didn't, my mother-in-law did. But anyway, they want to avoid all of that by starting over the next couple weeks when the company announces its 50 products. They're going to decide, Toys R Us is going to decide what the top 50 toys are. And then they're going to have this reservation system. You have to do it in the store. You can't do it online because they don't want any scammers or anything like that. They want it all on the up and up. You register for the toy. Once reserved, customers will receive an email notification when the order is available, and then they'll have until a certain time, I think it's December 16th, to pick up the toy. That way, people aren't getting trampled to death for an Elmo.
That makes so much sense.
It does. So, just want to...
Never understood how Christmas time everybody gets ready to fight for the toys. You remember Tim Tebow?
Oh, yeah.
Who could forget Tim? You remember yes. Tebowing apparently is a thing of the past. Now there is Griffining. Take a look at this.
As in RG3?
RG3. Redskin Robert Griffin III was hit throwing his first NFL touchdown pass. There he is in the results celebrating the touchdown. Now everybody is doing it. There are pictures showing up all over the place. This is a sportscaster out of D.C. She's doing it there on the set.
We want to see you doing it.
Yeah, we need to get the whole.
That? Send us your picture of you doing it.
Let's see you do the Griffin. I want to see you griffining.
I'm griffining.
She's griffining.
I don't know. Let me.
I would.
I'm getting too old for this.
I would griffin, but the problem is there's no leg room here for normal-sized people, I guess. Did you know that we're going to have a flyby this evening?
Really?
Asteroid flyby going on.
Oh, asteroids.
You say asteroid, you got my attention.
Nerd moment. Nerd moment.
Actually, really? Oh my goodness. Anyway, this asteroid is actually 7.5 times farther away from us than the moon is. You'd think that's forever and away, but it's really kind of close. This thing is like 3 times the size of a football field, and it's called the QG-12. You can actually go to a radar, well, not radar, it's a space camera. It's called the Sleuth space camera, and you'll be able to watch it tonight. It's going to be about 7 o'clock. So there you go.
Something very interesting. All right. Well, we have a very interesting show today. A lot of serious topics we want to talk about on today's show. Up next on Delmarva Life, how do you help someone who seems lost, alone, and maybe contemplating suicide? Well, knowledge is key. We'll learn what to look for and how to respond when dealing with a troubled teen or loved one.
Plus, did you know that you can help save a life from Lou Gehrig's disease? Every step counts. How you can get involved, we're going to tell you about it right here on Delmarva Life. Life at its best, right here on Delmarva.
Delmarva Life is brought to you by Sussex County Federal Credit Union, guiding you to your financial future. Peninsula Regional Medical Center, honored to serve the entire Delmarva Peninsula since 1897. And your local York and Mitsubishi dealers.